Greetings and welcome to another excellent World of Tanks video. This one is about commander bonus tanks and comparing them and giving you the heads up so that you can make the final decision of what's going to be the best for you, because they're not the same for everyone, even though they are the same for everyone. That sounds confusing, but I'll unconfuse you momentarily. But first, it would be really helpful if you could leave a like for this video. That would help spread the word across YouTube, because the more players that see this video equals the more satisfaction they're going to get out of commander building. And if they do that, everyone is being a winner as a result. So now we'll get to the actual meat of this discussion. So what I'm going to show you is a bunch of different 50% and 75% commander bonus tanks, which is very important for anyone. So let's go through the list here. Starting with this Demolisher. This Demolisher is a 75% American tank destroyer tier 8. The Eradicator is a tier 8 heavy tank from Britain. 38H, 50% German commander bonus tank. Hollenhund, also German, 50% commander bonus tank. Earthshaker, medium tier 8 from Sweden, 75% commander bonus. Astron Rex, another 50% American medium tank with an autoloader, tier 8. Vengeance is a tier 8 American medium tank, tremendous gun, also 50%, sorry. So now we're back to Demolisher. So what you basically have in these tanks are 50% or 75% commander bonus tanks. Now they all work the same. You get your bonus, what have you, and you can add the enhanced rations for another 10%. The commanders, 3 stars will give you another 30%, and the quick learner on your commander will give you another 10%. So a 50% bonus commander tank will give you 100% bonus if you set it up correctly. All the commanders you see here are all 50% bonus commanders. I'm sorry, 30%. Sorry. Got the wrong thing there, but so these are 30% commanders with a 10% quick learner plus 10% for the enhanced rations, which gives you 30 plus 10 plus 10 is 50. On a 50% tank, that's 100% bonus. If you use a 75% tank like this Demolisher, it goes up to 125%. Now, everybody is thinking, ooh, I'll take that. And not so fast. And I'm going to tell you why. This is the key. On the 75% commander tanks, you have the Demolisher. Eradicator is a heavy tank. And the Swedish tank is the Earthshaker. This is a medium. Now, these are great if these fit your skill set. So if this is your preferred skill set tank of a medium, it's terrific. If Eradicator is a heavy tank, so if this fits your skill set, it's very, very good. I mean, it's a little bit fun to play as well, a little bit. If you're a sniper and this fits your skill set, this one is very good. Now, all of these tanks have positives and negatives. The biggest one, of course, is does it fit your skill set? Now, the Eradicator is slow and it's very weak. So it's weak in tier 10 matches. That's the problem with these tier 8s. They play tier 10s. Same thing with the Demolisher. It's very slow. The turret rotation is absolutely abysmal. Turret rotation 21.93, and that is with gasoline. to boost it. Now it does not have the rapid aim. That would add another 10%. But that means you're going to basically get this guy up to 31 or almost 32 degrees per second. It's horrible on the rotation. It's just horrible. So that's then one of the negatives. Now the other negative is that these tanks play in matches that take longer times. You're lucky to get 5 or 6 matches per hour out of a 75% commander bonus tank. Now you have another variable to consider is, do you enjoy playing any one of these tanks? If you do, that makes it a little better. But in the end, for myself, and everybody's different, I'd much rather play 8, 9, or 10 38H matches in an hour than 6 or 5 Demolisher matches in an hour, because of the points I'm going to score in the 38H is just through the roof. And I'm not talking about using commander boosters. Those are, whether you use them or don't use them, it's the same on both sides. So we're talking essentially, just to make it simple, with no boosters. And if you use boosters, it's going to be the same comparison, but the rate will be higher. So it doesn't do anything. Adding a booster doesn't make one better than the other any more differently than it would be without it. So with or without the boosters, the comparison would still be the same. So that's my personal opinion. Now, again, your variable is different. You might really enjoy the Demolisher or the Eradicator or the Earthshaker, which if you enjoy that, man, those are awesome, fantastic stuff, okay? It's not enjoyable for me personally. It's okay, it's not a big deal. Demolisher, I liked it. I like it sort of, but it's slow and the matches take forever, so it takes some of the joy away, so But I gotta go, well, this will be awesome, and it's like, it's good, it wasn't awesome. That's the thing, for me. Now, that's why I don't tell you that it's no good or that it's great, because it's literally up to you. I give you the info that you need to compare, and you're like, man, that fits me like a glove, awesome, and that would be an awesome tank for you. If you can play this more and you enjoy it more, you're going to make a buttload of commander points while you enjoy it. That's the key. If you're enjoying what you're doing, you'll do it more and make more out of it. If you don't enjoy doing it because it's tedious, etc., for whatever reason, well, then don't do it. The problem with this tank and these 75% tanks is the standard price for them is like 11,000 gold. Now, I didn't pay for that, obviously. I picked them up on dirt cheap, different kinds of operations or deals. I didn't pay 11,000 gold for any of these stupid tanks. I'm not stupid. I was biding my time. A bargain comes on, bing, bang, boom. Now, I'll tell you some other stuff about the 50% tanks in just a minute, especially the Astron Rex. So, this is the thing. Most people, once they get this information, are going to go, I'm not going to pay 11 grand for this. Let me look at these 50% tanks. I'll be glad to help you with those too. Tier 8 Vengeance. Very good single shot, 50% commander bonus tank. A good strong performer in a tier 10 match. I know I had a good strong performance in there. I was shocked at how good it was. It was penetrating tier 10 tanks with premium ammo. And I thought, oh wow, that was amazing. I didn't expect it to really happen as easy as it did. So, real solid. If you're a medium guy, this is one gets consideration, because if it's your expertise and it's not my expertise, you'll do even better than I did. And I thought this was very good. Astron Rex, tier 8 medium tank. However, this one is a 5-shot autoloader, and the turret armor is monster. That turret armor is quite good. This is a tank where I have pulled MVP in a tier 10 match before. So, it's that good. Remember, that's not my area of expertise. I don't I've only done it once, okay? But I have done it, and I'm not an expert in medium tanks by any stretch. Brownie, he's an expert. Or Bernie, they're experts in medium tanks, not me. So we also have 50% bonus in the Hollenhund. I'm an expert in light tanks. So yes, I've gotten MVPs in this guy because it's been my area of expertise. I can play this, I just don't, because once again, 5 or 6 matches per hour, and it's kind of tedious to a degree because you've got to be ultra careful. So it's like, it takes the fun out of it. So I'm like, I'm not worried about this. Then we come full circle to the king. The king is the 38H. 50% bonus. Oh, I guess I should go and tell you one more thing about the Hollenhund. Hollenhund, the appeal of the Hollenhund is this. Very good 90mm gun, but it's free during Halloween if you want to, choose your tank to earn and choose the Hollenhund. It's a freebie. And it's a tank that if you're going to use it, can be used all year long. It doesn't, it's not only good just for Halloween. So that's what I did. I got this tank for free from Halloween 2022. So I used it and was like, okay, and I decided I would just stick with 38H. So let's go back here to the king. Now 38H is the king. Why is it the king? Because it's available every day of the year for free. If you haven't seen my 38H video, explains everything there. It's like an hour long, but it covers how to set up your commanders and everything. It's information you must have to maximize your commanders in the 38H. And it's just chock full of nuts, but it's very well ordered and easy to comprehend. Kids can watch that video and go, of course. After they watch it, they're going to go, I'll go get this 38H and fix this up, and we'll rock. The 38H is the king. Why is it the king? Because it gets 8, 9, or even 10 matches per hour. And you just can't beat the turnover. The amount of matches you get are amazing. Now the 38H does have another tremendous attribute, and that is it teaches you to make your decision of movement and positioning, because if you don't do that right, you got a long road back to get back to some place that you need to be. You don't want to be out of position in a 38H because you're just going to be late to the party, and sometimes you lose the game if they get to your base first because you just have no speed. 25 on flat ground. It'll do 42 downhill, but it ain't downhill forever, and usually it's not downhill for very long. So that's the one I recommend. Start with a 38H for sure. Pick up the Hollenhund for free if you can get it, or an operation tank, what have you. You need to consider the variables of fun. How many matches per hour? Because if you don't consider those things, you're going to be very disappointed. I know those things now, so luckily I got mine for dirt cheap over time and picked them up here and there. The last one of them I picked up was the Earthshaker, but I already knew that it wasn't for me. It was just, an operation tank. Picked it up fine, great, no problems. Better to have it than not have it, okay? Especially for you guys, if you're an expert in heavy tanks for the Eradicator, sniper tanks for Demolisher, and medium tanks for Earthshaker. If you're not an expert in those tanks, I don't recommend any of them. They're high priced, they're not fast tanks by any stretch. They're kind of tedious. They make you pay. These guys don't like you. They don't want you to score big time, so they make it annoying. Every one of those tanks has some kind of more or less flaw. The Earthshaker is not fast. It's not horribly slow like the 38H, relatively speaking, but it's not fast. The Demolisher is horribly slow with a horrible turret rotation. but the gun is good. You can drill tier 10s in that gun. Eradicator, it stinks against tier 10s for me. Again, I'm not an expert heavy tank or medium tank guy, so whatever, dude. That is for you to decide. I don't know what you're best at. You know what you're best at. So I just give you the info, compare these things, and you're like, okay, well, I'm really good at this. Okay, this is fine. Or I'm not really good at this, so I'm glad he told me. I'm not going to waste my money, my gold, on something stupid. So that pretty much covers everything you need to know about selecting your commander bonus tank. And I was talking to the guy in one of my matches, made me think of this, because it turned out he was a subscriber and he was doing 38H, and he was just telling me the whole thing was, working great for him. I'm like, that's fantastic. So hopefully this is helping you piece together what you think you need, because you don't need to be picking up these dumb tanks like I got. Now, as a YouTube video maker, it's very helpful to have all of these commander tanks. But if that's not you, then it's not a big deal. Get what you need, what you're an expert at, and call it even. I mean, realistically, as an expert of light tanks, I don't even play the Hollenhund, except for Halloween. Every once in a while I'll pull it out, but essentially I'm 38Hing it all the time, and when I'm not doing that, I'm playing Sexton Artillery and using my Sexton Artillery as a commander build. That's what I do. That's me. You do what you do. I do what I do, and we can all coexist. I don't tell you, well, if you don't do this, you're an idiot. It's up to you to do whatever you want. Do what makes you happy, not what makes me happy. It's real common sense to me. So that's why I tell you the things I tell you, is that I'm telling you what makes me happy. You can copy it if you want. Certainly there's nothing wrong with that. But I don't tell you what you should be doing specifically, because I don't know you. You know you. And nobody knows you better than you. So that covers all that stuff. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you learned something from this. I hope I helped you not spend gold, because gold is precious. You don't want to waste it. I don't collect tanks. I get what I like. If you get what you like, you're happier. What's the big deal? So it would help if you could tell your friends, that way they'd have a chance to learn this stuff. Leave a like, which would help spread this around YouTube. The more people that see this, the better. It will help every player, literally, regardless of skill level, if they don't know this. So, and then maybe one of those guys would even subscribe. You never know. So that covers all this stuff. I had a pretty good time making this video. Hopefully this, like I said, helped you guys out. I guess I'm done. So thanks for watching. Great to have you here. Look forward to seeing you guys in another video. And I'm out of here.